Well, hey there, and welcome to Thrive Thursday for the first day of July 2021. I hope you're having a great week and really ended up June well and are ready to go. And let's have a great July and get this next quarter kicked off well for you if that's how your plan works. Regardless, let's get it kicked off right. And we're going to get it kicked off by doing something I've never done before, and that is I had apparently taped two June 24th Thrive Thursdays because I was on vacation and I was setting things up. And then when I got back, I recorded another one. So this one today, I don't want you to miss. It's very, very important. And it is a really, really good one to start off the month. So you're seeing two of me in here, and I'm going to get out. That's my twin brother there. But you're going to, what I'm going to do, we're going to go right straight to that video, and then I'll be back in. So instead of looking at the screen, we're going to go in and just catch the video. So it'll be the same thing. It does say that I was June 24th on this one, but remember, it's July, so take that into account. But when I record things, I just believe that I record them for a reason. And I don't, but people are like, well, I just didn't record the damn thing over. Well, because my thoughts at the time when I was really thinking about what was involved and what was the content was in here, I don't like to erase those thoughts and change things up because the words were given to me for a reason at the time, and I don't want to negate the positive energy that was with me at that time. So we're going to listen to the tape that we had before. So anyway, I'll back out of here and we'll go through it. Well, we made it to another Thursday. In fact, it's the last Thursday of June, June 24th. So we've been kicking through this month strong. I hope you've been kicking it strong. Got another week, so keep after it. This time next week we'll be calling July the deal. So hang in there. But this week's 321, we're going to be going over growth through challenges, all or nothing mindsets, and the great art evolving with us. All right, well, I'm going to back the bottom banner off here. I used to do the scrolly thing, but man, it ate up my memory. It really made my video looking funny. So I even added a video, some video memory. It didn't work. But anyway, those are my problems, not yours. All right, well, let's take a look at this 321 for the day. The first one there are three ideas. One is there will never be a perfect time to do something that stretches you. That's true whether you're starting a business, having a child, changing careers, or wrestling with any number of challenges. That's not a license to be reckless and never think things through, but at some point you have to embrace the uncertainty because it's the only path forward. If you were ready for it, it wouldn't be growth. Right? I mean, my goodness, you got to stretch to grow. That's what we call about stretch goals, right? You don't want a goal that's just so easy. There's no challenge to it. You want to have stretch in there because you want to get that growth and get it rolling. So, but like it says in the very first sentence, there's never going to be a perfect time to do something that stretches you. There just isn't. You have to plan for it. You have to get ready for it. So again, whether it's starting a business or planning your family or changing careers or whatever challenge you're wrestling with, just get out there. Again, you want to think it through. You don't want to go out there and 1-2 shoot, right? You want to be sure you got your ducks in a row, but by the same point, at the same time, you want to embrace the uncertainty because that's the only path forward. All right, and kind of dovetailing that is planning and preparation are useful until they become a form of procrastination. Is this task enhancing my actions or substituting for them? You can just plan the heck out of stuff and never get it done, right? And that's why we talk about, putting together our vision boards and all this kind of stuff. Well, the vision boards are great because they're going to help you. We talked about this in developing the confidence to go after your dreams in that series. If you hadn't taken part of that, go back and check those in our WAMs and our Finish Strong Fridays. But one of the things you got to visualize your dreams because you want to make sure that you can help yourself maintain the motivation. But it's the action board board that's going to make them happen. So don't spend so much doggone time planning and never doing, because it's doing that's going to make things happen for you. So don't get caught up in spending your whole life planning. You got to get out there and make things happen. Maybe you got to fall on your face a little bit, right? Because uncertainty, like we said earlier, is the only path forward. So get out there and make it happen. Too often, we fall into an all or nothing cycle with our habits. The problem is not slipping up. The problem is thinking that if you can't do something perfectly, then you shouldn't do it at all. And we've talked about this many times in our different programs that, sometimes good is good enough. You just want the perfect time. And good is good enough. I was talking to my son about some stock trading and stuff, and about setting your limits and saying, hey, well, I'm going to, if I make this much a day, if I set my target 1,000 a day on a win, or 500 on a loss, and then that's it for the day. Let's go play golf. Let's do whatever we want to do, right? Because you can sit here with a bunch of regrets if you don't set these things, set these parameters, and go. You can't sit here and say, "Oh man, I could have made 1,500." Well, you made 1,000. That was your goal. So be happy for it and get on down the road. But too often we go into this all or nothing cycle with our habits. In other words, if you can't have it all, if you can't get it all done, then you're just not going to do it at all. But it's like maybe cleaning a room, right? You've only got 15 minutes. Well, take 15 minutes and get started. Do a few things. And that way, when you get started next time, if it was a 30-minute task, you only got 15 minutes left to do. So get in there and do something. Whether it is on folks that look at trying to get their marketing stuff going, trying to get their Facebook ads, trying to get their website done. And it's just like, how long are you going to mess with that? Get the daggone thing posted. Can't anybody see it? It's like doing these videos and getting out there and marketing. Folks just want to be perfect. Well, doggone, I mean, go to Hollywood then and spend all this kind of money, get you a makeup artist and all this kind of stuff, and get you a studio and spend all this money, and then see if anybody wants to listen to you, right? That's not the way to do it. Just get out there and roll, right? Because good is good enough. The problem is not slipping up. The problem is thinking you can't do something perfectly, then you shouldn't do it at all. And just don't get that mindset. All right, we got some quotes from others. Virginia Woolf, who you may or may not have heard of, she was really one of the pioneers in the use of stream of consciousness as a narrative device. In other words, in the books, you got the thoughts. They're relaying the thoughts of the characters. And Ulysses is a great example of that if you ever read Ulysses. And of course, William James cranked all this stream of consciousness stuff up back in like 1890 in his book, The Principles of Psychology. But it's all about just your thought flow. But she came up with the great art of evolving with us. There is one peculiarity which real works of art possess in common. At each fresh reading, one notices some change in them. And if the sap of life ran in their leaves, and with skies and plants, they had the power to alter their shape and color from season to season. To write down one's impressions of Hamlet as one reads it year after year would be virtually to record one's own autobiography. For as we know more of life, so Shakespeare comments upon what we know. And that is really, really true when you consider all the seasons of your life, and where were you when you read this? What stage of your life were you when you read this book? And then you come back and you read it again. And even that's why journaling is so important. And you go back through and you do your thoughts and you review these things, and then you can go back and say, well, what happened? What was I thinking when these roadblocks or these situations happened? But last year, I remember something like this happened, and see what it was. And it's just important that you can go back and see your growth and see how you were so frustrated last time, and now, oh wow, it's just easy to go, easy to roll down the road. Another thing is when we talk about, especially the A to B for me, when we have some of our core books like The Compound Effect and Miracle Morning and Atomic Habits, oftentimes I have a lot of folks that say, well, I already read that. Well, okay, well, then what'd you learn from it? Well, I don't even remember. Well, then you didn't take it in properly, right? So let's read it again. And a lot of times you go through, so I read that. I didn't even get that last time. And I've read books 5, 6, 7 times, and you just get something different out of it because you are ready at that point to take that in. There's times in your life when you're just not ready to. You're not ready to listen. You're not ready to learn. And so that's why it's so important to go back and recap and look at these things again. Even watching movies, sometimes you go, I didn't get that out of that last time, and so this old magazines, you go back and look at, I look at a lot of old success magazines and stuff, and just read the articles and go, wow, yeah, that really has impact right now in my life. It didn't back then. So pretty cool stuff about how great art can evolve within us. And then we got Jorge Luis Borges. He was Argentinian. He was an essayist and a short story writer on transforming every experience into a resource. A writer, and I believe generally all persons, must think that us for a purpose, and an artist must feel this more intensely. All that happens to us, including our humiliations, our misfortunes, our embarrassments, all is given to us as raw material, as clay, so that we may shape our art. And that really gets into something we've been talking about here lately about legacy with some folks, is your life purpose. I mean, things are given to you so that you can grow. A lot of folks are out there and they say, man, I just can't believe life is so difficult. I just can't believe that I've got these challenges. Well, take them in, learn from them, and grow. And I guarantee you the reason why you're going through those is because you're going to have the opportunity at some point in the future to help someone with that same challenge, with that same frustration of man, just not happening for me, right? So it's called growth, and it all happens to us just so that we have that raw material, so that we can grow and we can shape who we are. That's just all part of it. That's part of growth. That's part of getting those habits. It's part of building up your core values and your character so that you can reach your destiny. But part of destiny is helping others through the same trials and tribulations that you went through, so you can help them get through that. Because I guarantee you, there's not a lot of new, right? You say, man, I must be the first person in the entire history of the world that's had this challenge. Well, no, you aren't. I guarantee that. Somebody else has, and you won't be the last. So use every experience that you have as a resource. All right, well, let's look at our question for the week. Do the people around me act the way I wish to act? Well, there we go, talking about our circle, our inner circle again, talking about our circle of friends, the people we hang out with, right? Well, when you got your little life purpose and your why and all these great things and your goals and your dreams, who you want to be and what you want to have and how you want to impact the world, are the people around you, the folks that you need to be hanging around with, are they acting the way that you want to act? Well, if they're not, maybe you need to find the people that are acting the way you want to act. Again, we talked about that too in developing the confidence to go after your dreams. When you want to get out there and you want to study confidence, you're going to study confidence from people in your inner circle that aren't confident people. No, you want to be around people that are confident and gravitate to those traits that they have. So ask yourself this week, do the people around me act the way I wish to act? If not, maybe you need a new crew. Maybe get a few draft choices. Start building that team again. All right, well, that is it for this week on growth, your challenges, all or nothing mindsets, and the great art of evolving. All right, well, let me hop back in here real quick, say goodbye to you. And just you keep rolling with this. Every week we have these Thrive Thursdays out here just for you to give you a few things just to think about and utilize your journal. And I would take these and just really, really ponder on these for a little bit. Maybe use some of them as pre-meditations or post-meditations and just get them in there so you can start thinking about them. It's just here to help you and to help you expand and keep rolling. But anyway, hop back with us tomorrow for another Finish Strong Friday. We want to make that happen for you every single week. And of course, Monday, we always have another weekly challenge for you. But next week is the last month of June. So let's get it going. Let's get it rolling and keep things going in the direction of your dreams. We'll talk to you later. Have a great one. Bye. Well, all right. Well, hopefully you got all that, and I know it was good stuff because I've listened to it twice now. But anyway, have a great rest of your Thursday. For those of you that are in our new series, 5 Levels of Leadership, it's just part of our University of You series. That's going to start here in a little over an hour, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you don't have your link for that, reach out to us. But 5 Levels of Leadership will start at 2 p.m. Eastern Time today. So look forward to having you in that. All right, well, have a great one, and we'll talk to you guys later. If you're not in that series,